You know we want that business too. Dermot, Dave, Earl, and Ann, they've all got a plan. What's Weyerhauser gonna do? It's gonna be a heck of a horse race. Here's a hint as to who will win. From January to December, they'd better just remember it ain't product out, it's customer in. It ain't product out, it's customer in. It ain't product out, it's customer in. It ain't product out, it's customer in.
I don't see what all the fuss is about. This stuff is very bland. Mood brew, you and your mouth create the moment. Frankly, I doubt it will ever sell. It has no taste at all. I'm experiencing a moment of 65% boredom.
Mine tastes like pulp.
Yuck. You mean that stuff Earl slogs around in all day?
I know, it's crazy, isn't it? I just have this thing for pulp. Oh, listen, Ann, I've got to talk to you for a minute. E.R. Broadley is typical of the customers that we deal with today. He has a very exacting vision of quality, and we have to make sure that we see things through his eyes. Now, Weyerhauser has a way of tracking quality for a big client like Broadley.
Weyerhauser. Weyerhauser. Don't make me enjoy a 74.6% moment of uncontrollable vocal humor. First of all, that name, Weyerhauser. It begins with a W. Studies have shown that company names with first letters low in the alphabet are perceived poorly. And if it's quality you want to measure, Gretchen, prepare for presentation 16. At Conglomerated Cardboard in the last fiscal year, we saw a spectacular 68% drop in mill costs during spontaneous machine equilibrium hours.
Spontaneous machine equilibrium, what's that?
Please don't interrupt. There is a rhythm, a flow I have to get into here. Now, spontaneous equilibrium in a machine, any machine in the mill, means there is zero coefficient of friction on moving parts. It means all pressure gauges and dials are at their lowest reading position. It means heat and noise are at an invariable, non-measurable level. It means the entire mill is in a moment of cost-saving, non-material and resource-consuming stasis.
Well, sounds like everything's shut down.
Spontaneous equilibrium, much different than a planned shutdown. It can happen any time. That's what makes it so exciting.
What's that mean to Broadley in terms of quality?
It means if we can fit bubbly beverages into our production schedule, Mr. Broadley will be serviced by a corporation that has an extremely creative approach to cost savings. Frankly, if I were a CEO, that's something I'd want in my vendors.
Well, at Weyerhauser, the W word, they do things a little differently. Can I borrow your image manipulation and audio transferal unit?
My what?
Just kidding, your TV. I want to show you how Weyerhauser measures quality. They consider the customer their benchmark. Here, take a look.
You must have consistent quality. It's got to be quality that's right the first time. We don't want to do the testing in our facility. We expect the product to be right when we get it because we don't have the time or the resources or the money to spend a lot of time checking what should have been already checked before it comes into our facility.
Well, we expect one that, again, our suppliers know and understand what our specifications are. Once they know what those things are, we do expect them to produce consistently to the quality that we, based on those specifications.
During my investigation into the Weyerhauser quality process, one question kept going through my mind over and over again. How do they do it? How do Weyerhauser mills consistently turn out quality product on time? At last, I discovered the answer. Here it is. The mills put themselves in the customer's shoes. They see their own performance in the mill from the customer's point of view, and they pay close attention to both product quality and service quality. What you're going to see now are some of the ways that Weyerhauser personnel measure their performance in both these areas. Everyone at Weyerhauser understands that measuring quality paves the way for the company's continuous improvement efforts, and those efforts are key to meeting the customer's needs now and in the future. To help fulfill customer expectations, Weyerhauser has identified a series of key product quality attributes. These include moisture, basis weight, brightness, and others. All are measured and displayed to bring focus to improvement efforts. For example, Stiffy measures liner board compression strength. The resulting values will predict the vertical stacking strength of combined board. Values are then entered onto a graph so that Stiffy can be tracked. This process is performed in much the same way for all product quality attributes. Okay, we've looked at the way Weyerhauser measures product quality, but there's an area that's equally important, and that's measuring service quality. Now, Weyerhauser divides this into 3 categories: on-time performance, customer issue resolution, and the customer claims process. On-time performance is the overall success in managing roll stock inventories between defined minimum and maximum levels while balancing system supply-demand. Weyerhauser evaluates on-time performance several ways. First of all, it's crucial that consumption forecasts are as accurate as possible. At Weyerhauser, they track monthly and weekly forecasts versus actual consumption. Another measurement is on-time shipment. This compares actual tons shipped versus the committed shipping date. On-time delivery measures actual tons received against committed orders. On-time production measures the actual production of a machine against the machine schedule. In-transit performance shows the average, the minimum, and the maximum in-transit times for each supplier to each box plant. Year-to-date averages for these areas are shown in graphs like these. In addition to providing an overall picture of service quality performance, they also suggest areas where improvements might be necessary. Weyerhauser's customer issue resolution process was developed to assure that every customer concern gets a timely response. The Office of the Customer coordinates the issue resolution process. All issues are entered into a log, and case-by-case progress is monitored. This log is the primary collection point of customer issues and helps focus attention on 2 important satisfaction indicators: percent of open issues and resolution time. These indicators are plotted on a monthly basis. Claims are an important source of customer dissatisfaction data, and at Weyerhauser, they extract and analyze every bit of information they can from customer claims. This data is used to compile complaint summaries, which can be useful in spotting trends, and to formulate tables that look at individual mill departments and specific machines. By collecting and analyzing data, the Weyerhauser people determine the root cause of the problem and put reliable methods in place to prevent its reoccurrence. If necessary, the customer is reimbursed for the cost of the defective product or service. But complaints and issues aren't the only sources of customer input at Weyerhauser. The Containerboard Packaging Division annually surveys box plant production managers and logistics surveys production planners and schedulers. Now, these surveys not only help Weyerhauser make decisions about products and services, they also help the mills see their output from a very important point of view: the customers.
We have a saying around here that in order to supply full customer satisfaction, we must be focused on safety, quality, cost, delivery, and morale. It's those different elements that go into manufacturing or making our products and our services. And then that helps us in terms of our vision with our customers. That customer has confidence in what's going to happen next because they know that we're focused on those key elements.
So you see, measuring quality at Weyerhauser is totally customer-driven. The key to it all is that the customer's needs are the standard.
Well, I know you mean well with your observations, Spy, but as your video was playing, I made a few notes. First of all, Weyerhauser has far too many dungareed personnel involved in the operation. And then the others, the supervisors and the like, where were their slide projectors and video walls and flip charts? But worst of all, the machinery. Gretchen! The machinery, always moving, grinding, churning, loud, noisy, dungareed personnel everywhere. I counted absolutely 0 moments of spontaneous equilibrium. Let me ask you a question. Has Broadley seen Weyerhauser's facilities?
Yes, I can guarantee it.
Then break out the carbonated alcohol-based French wine and prepare to enjoy a 97% moment of victory. That account is ours.